Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be understanding one of the most common and important challenge in data cleansing, removing duplicate records. So either you are working on a real-time data or you're preparing for SQL interview, this is must-know topic. But when we are working in the Snowflake, and you must have realized so far that CTE with delete or CTE with update doesn't work like it work into the traditional databases. So I'll show you the common four approaches which you can implement to remove duplicate data from your tables. So just consider that you have two tables. In one table, you have completely you do not have even of any of the primary or the unique column. And in one table, you have unique IDs. So let's do that. Let's understand that how we are going to do it in this Snowflake. So the very first approach I'm going to use insert override. So let me just come to the my Snowflake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this test data table. And in that, first I'm inserting this 40 unique records. And after that, I will be inserting few duplicate records. Okay, so these are my duplicate. Now I must be having around 50 or okay, this 50 records. So if I look at it and select star from data, I can see that there are 50 records. Now, if you will look into this ID, there is showing that, okay, 1 to 2, it's coming as 2 times 1. So I can clearly see that, yes, this is my entire record is duplicated. And not only this, there can be like few other records, which you can easily find out by normal query. So I can simply select this distinct star from data that can tell me that, hey, the 40 records should be unique, but rest 10 records are coming, which is duplicated, and we need to remove that. So how? The very first thing is I will be required to know which all records are duplicates. This is again one of the common interview questions, that how will you find out the duplicates? And for that, you will be using a having clause. So for that, I'm just going to find out ID name city and then the count star from test data group by all. Here, if you're working in SQL and any other database where group by all is not supported, then you will be using group by ID name and city, and then having count star greater than 1. So if I execute this query, I will be getting 10 records as expected, because in my table I do have 50 records, and when I perform distinct, it gave me 40 records. So that means 10 records were duplicated. And that gave me a list that this Alice, Eve, Judy, Niaz, and these are the duplicate records. Now I'm using this table in my reporting. So my reporting team is saying that, hey, can you please remove these duplicates? So in traditional databases, you will be going with the same approach that, hey, why can't I just simply go for the row number and can just simply delete from CTE where Rn greater than 1. And let's do that over here. Am I making any mistake syntax wise? No. This is the same syntax. If you're going to write it in the SQL Server, it will be working. I'm going to repeat it again, delete from CTE, which is not working. Okay, so what can we do? The very first approach, which I explained over here, is insert override. That means in my existing test data, I can insert I can override the data with the distinct records. So for that, I can simply write insert override into the table, which means the same table where I have the duplicate data, and I'm writing select distinct star from test data. So if I execute this, if I execute this query, now how many record I have? 40. Let's just look at the data one more time. Select star from test data. Now, if you will look at it, we do have 40 records. And if you wanted to find out the duplicates, you can run the same query again and it should return me 0 record, which is completely fine. So the first approach which you guys can perform is insert override. Now, what if I do not want it to go for the insert override approach? okay, I can use the swap with command. So what I'm going to do is I will be creating an intermediate table, whether it's a transient table, I can create it. And then once the table, like with the distinct record, I'm going to create a new table and then I can swap with. So whatever data we do have in the new table will be replaced by our existing table. So it is kind of a equal to 6, b equal to 5, and I'm wanted to swap the variable, then a will be 5 and b equal to 6. So for that, again, what I'm going to do is I'm inserting few duplicate record because I have already deleted those. So purposefully, we are inserting few more records, few more delete record, like duplicate record. But this time, I will be going with the swap with approach. So what I'm going to do is I'm creating a table using CTAs, which basically create a table as where I'm selecting the distinct record from test data. So once this table is created, then I can perform one more command, which is alter table test data. That means a main table swap with the ABC. This ABC table I have created in the above statement. Now the statement executed successfully and look at the test data. So we do have again 40 records. So either you can go with this insert override approach or you can go with this swap with approach. Now, what if I do have one unique column, suppose ID or a date, okay? Then how will I use, or I don't want it to go for these two methods, then do we have any other ways? Yes. So for that, you can use either a self join or the row number, delete with row number. So let's do that as well. So for that, I'm going to create one more table with this one unique ID column. So I do have this user table where I do have ID, name, email, and created at. Okay, and then I'm inserting few records. If you will look at very closely, I have marked those duplicate record also. So these Ellis, Bob Johnson, and David Lee. So one yeah, so basically this Ellis Smith is duplicated, David Lee's and the Bob, these are the duplicated one, but ID is unique here. So if I'm going to write select distinct star, or if I'm going to use any of this approach, it's not gonna work out, right? Because if I'm going to write select distinct star from user, it will be giving me the same record. I do have Ellis and Ellis. So for that, why shouldn't I go for row number, find out the row number based on the name and the email, because the date also is different here. However, you can make one more record. So like if you can create another scenario where date is also similar. So suppose you consider that, okay, a person is trying to fill a form and he mistakenly filled the form twice in the same day. But we are not going to consider his applications 2 times, okay, or 3 times, right? So just consider this as one that example, that if any person is trying to register and for any kind of a discount or for any sale, but we cannot count him as a 1 time or 2 times. Oh, sorry, we cannot count him more than 1 time. So I need to remove all this, and probably what you can do, you can take either the minimum date or with the minimum ID or with the maximum ID. It's totally up to you or totally up to your business use case. So in that, I will be creating, first what I'm going to do is I am going to find out the row number and look at it. I'm doing a partition based on name and the email and then order by created at. You could also use ID, but that is fine if I am going to utilize that. So if I'm going to run the inner query, that is going to give me ID 13742, but here it's giving 1211121. So whatever this ID we do have to, I just wanted to delete those. Okay, so here I am going to use this subquery to create another subquery. Otherwise, in Snowflake, you might get another error, that unsupported subquery. Okay, so now I'm going to delete from that table from user where ID is going to be where RN greater than 1. So it is going to delete from their table 3, 6, and 8. But before running this delete statement, let me run this inner subquery one more time, like the second subquery. This is going to give me 368. These are the IDs which needs to be deleted. Why? Because this has row number greater than 1. For now, to do it, I can remove this delete from user where ID in row number greater than 1. And it deleted 3 records. Now, if you will look at it, select start from user, I should see only one Alice, one Bob, and one David. And here we have captured 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 means we have captured the minimum IDs. Now, in the next case, probably I can take the maximum ID. Okay, so I hope you have understood that how you can utilize your row number. The third part, basically, you can use row number qualify. You can replace this row number with the qualifier, which we have discussed in our previous videos. Okay, now again, I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna recreate this table. Why? Because I wanted to do another approach using self join. So for that, I am going to insert this duplicate data. So just consider that you have another duplicate data. Select start from user, but this time you do not want it to go for this row number approach. In fact, if the interviewer also is asking that, hey, you do not need to go with the row number rank functions, you don't need to go with the distinct approach, then what would be the additional way to go and to perform delete duplicates? So you can go that, hey, I will be going with the self join. Now understand this query. Okay, if I write select start from user, I do have 8 records, I guess. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. 16 records. Okay, I guess I have executed twice. Okay, so let it be like, I'm just going to recreate one more time. And I am going to insert this 8 record. Now, if you look at it, I do have 8 records over here, ls twice. Now, understand this. So what I'm going to do is delete from user. Okay, I'm going to take this user as a target. Here, I am trying to delete from the existing table, but taking as a target, and then where exist, I am joining over here in this select null from user source, where source name equal to target name. Why? Because we know that the Alice Smith and Alice Smith is same, email equal to email, but the source ID should be greater than target ID. So that means when it is going to compare the record, it is only and only going to find out those records where this ID, this 3, is greater than 1. So it is going to have those records. Here, I'm going to get this one, this record, and 6 and the 8 record. So now I am going to run this delete from user target, and let's run this query. Here what happened, it deleted 3 records. And now if I run this select star from user, here it kept the latest record 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So I do have Alice, Bob, and David. Okay, but if you will look at it, what data we have ingested. So the first Alice got deleted, second Bob got deleted because it was coming at 6th time, like at the 6th row, and the David Lee, which was coming at the 5th record, that also got deleted. You could have changed this ID, like here, whatever this comparison I'm doing, you could have used the created date. Again, it totally depends on your business use case. All right, so we have covered 2 approaches using this first insert override, second swap with, the third you can use the delete with the row number, and the third you can use the self join. You can use this where I just this last approach. So I hope you have liked it. If yes, then please subscribe my channel for further videos on SQL, data engineering, Snowflake, Matillion, and other project related. Thank you so much. Have a good day.